Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for having faith in me.
I can't hear you yet. There we go.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having faith in me and doing this training. This is my first time doing a training, so I'm excited. My name is Jeanette Del Villar. I'm always busy. I say busy just to share what I do. I have the privilege of working from home. I have my own immigration service business. I'm an immigration consultant in the state of California. I'm in my last and final year of law school at the same time. I am a wife. I am a daughter. I have a dog that's my child, and I treat my dog like my child. I don't have kids yet. I've been married for 2 years, and I time manage by managing my investment property as well. And I started Monet less than 2 months ago, August 28th. So since I started towards the end of the month, technically I only have 2 months of Smart Start period. So that's just something about my roles and what I do, and staying busy and basically time managing and planning in regards to consistency in all of my activities and my different identities. So just also to share in regards to my goals, my goal for this month obviously is to try to get all the Smart Start period incentives, and I'm basically one VIP away from that. I was able to do that in the 2 months. I'm like, luckily, thankfully with all the team's help as well, the encouragement and the pushing. I just wanted to say anyone can do this business and anyone can do multiple things all at once. We are all what I like to say boss babes. We are all capable of doing more than one thing, and we all have more than one identity. We don't just identify by being a mom, a wife, in my case, a law student or an advocate. We don't just identify off one thing. We're capable of doing more than one thing. And in order to get there, we can receive better results if you plan out your life in regards to your businesses, your daily routines, what you're going to do for the month, your week, your goals. So if you can plan out your life, that will lead to better time management, which will ultimately lead to being consistent, and results will lead to your success. Your success is not built overnight, and it's determined about being consistent in your life, your business, your activities, and the effort you put into your businesses and your daily activities. The more time and effort you can put into your business, the sooner you will receive those results that you're looking for in regards to your goals. There will be days or weekends where, in our instance, in regards to Monet, you may not get many inquiries. Do not feel down about it. Do not feel hopeless. Do not give up, because you will have those days. You will have those weekends, maybe during flash sales, where you're doing everything you need to do that weekend, but you're just not getting the feedback. You're not getting people responding to your polls or reaching out to you. It's okay. And the reason why it's okay, because even though they're not purchasing, you might have people that will be inquiring during the week or the weekend. And by you staying engaged with your followers on social media, or Facebook, Instagram, texting, reaching out to your family members, you are basically planting a seed in each individual. And you are watering that seed every single time you post a story, every single time you're posting your IG live, a reel, or a regular post on Facebook or Instagram. Your followers, whether they are friends, family, co-workers, some of you might have random people. I have random people on Instagram that I have never met in my life, and they engage with me. They're interested. They get curious in what I post, and that is awesome, because if you can get those individuals that you have never met to engage with you, you are getting them one step closer to becoming your market partner or a VIP. And then in regards to this business, whether if you like to post about skincare products or hair care products or the wellness line, which you should be posting about all three and promoting the full aspect of the business, you will have people that are interested in one more than the other. Also, It can be not just for women. I highly encourage you all to also promote for men, because a lot of these ladies have husbands, fathers, sons, boys that would also benefit from the products. So in order to stay consistent, the more you engage in the free marketing that we have on social media, the more that sooner or later, the individual that you are promoting to will give in, as in purchasing it in VIP or becoming a market partner. So that's basically leading into consistency. What is consistency? It is the act of doing something over time in the same manner or practice in which you will receive results. So as mentioned before, I'll repeat it again. It is the act of doing something over time in the same manner or practice in which you will receive results. Results do not come overnight. If you're one of those that got lucky when you got it overnight, great, good for you, but it's not common. You need to put effort and practice into your business, into relationships, into anything you do in life. And the more you stay consistent, the sooner your results will come. My first tip is, for myself, is to create a plan. My motto and my husband's motto has always been, have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, then you are planning to fail. And we don't want to fail. In our business, we don't want to get burnt out. We don't want to fail in any relationships and anything. You should always have a plan in life in general. But in particular, we're going to talk about Monet today. Your plan will not only keep you on track, but it will guide you to know what you are lacking in, what you need to focus in. So if you have a plan, for example, to get 2 VIPs this past weekend during the flash sale, and let's just say you were only able to get 1, you will know that for this week, you should focus on getting that VIP, or if not for this upcoming weekend, to add that VIP to your goal. So let's say you had an example this past weekend, a goal to get 2 VIPs and 2 VIPs this upcoming weekend, but you only got 1 this past weekend. So your goal is now to get 3 VIPs by this weekend. And again, stay consistent with your engagement with your followers, because you're planting that seed, and each post you do, you're watering that seed so they can, follow in. Another example of planning is having a planner and writing out your week and what you will do. What will you post daily, whether it involves Monet or just you in general? Your Instagram and Facebook, your followers are intrigued by you and what you do. Meaning, if you, in my case, I am an immigration consultant. So I like to talk about immigration at least once a week, whether if it's good or bad, or whether I'm just not having a good day, or if I have deadlines, I mention it. Like I am raw, and I will talk to my followers, and I will, let them know, like, oh, today's a busy day because I have a deadline on Friday and I'm just trying to get everything together, or something like that. They need to know that you are a human being and you're not always bubbly 100%, just all Monet shampoo dealer. That would be, let's see. So yeah, so try to post stuff about you where you get to have your followers know you. Besides being Monet, if you're into makeup, try to do a makeup tutorial, or, give not advice, but technically like share your products that you use in makeup, foundation, anything. Be like, oh, okay, well, I use this foundation and I love it for this, this, and that. If you like to cook, maybe post a cooking tutorial or hair tutorials. Since we are in the business of hair care, I would highly recommend to do a hair tutorial, show the products that you're actually using. If you can explain 1 or 2 things about it, great. If not, just use it, and people are going to get curious, like, oh, how did your hair turn out that way? Well, these are the products that I use. So that's how you can go ahead and create a plan, by deciding what you're going to do each day about posting. If you could do 1 post a day, that would be great. You're watering your seed that you're trying to plant with your followers. As I mentioned, incorporate other stuff about you and basically stay engaged with them. The manner that I stay engaged with my followers, I post polls. So if I made, like this past week, I made tikka masala with Mediterranean rice. I posted a picture and then I posted a poll. Would you like me to show a video tutorial on how to make tikka masala? I put yes, maybe later. If I get 10, then I'll post the video. If not, whatnot. Or I have people that reach out and they're like, oh, this, and that. Later on, that will result to them asking about the hair care, the skin care, and the wellness line. So just stay engaged with your followers. Give them a little bit more with you. Second, besides creating a plan, I recommend having a plan will better assist you with time management. Time management in regards to setting your schedule with Monet and incorporate your life, your work, your school, mom life, wife life, activities with your friends, everything. So know what you are doing so you are not all over the place and you're organized in regards to what your week will lead to. So for example, my day today, I had scheduled to wake up early. I woke up at 7, got ready, went walking for 2 hours, came back. I made pupusas and tamales for lunch. And then from there, I did a video lecture so I can prepare for tonight's class. For my video lecture, which was about an hour and a half, I did another hour of just studying for a presentation that I will have Wednesday night. And then I focused on this team training, going to do this team training, and then I have class from 6:30 to 9:30. So I'm doing a lot in just one day, and that's because I have time management and I plan my day ahead of time. So if you can do that, you're going to master incorporating your whole life together in one, so you're not all over the place. Lastly, the time management also helps in regards to, your IG lives and your stories, because stories do take time, especially when you're adding pictures, you're adding the information on your products. If you can say, if you're just going to post pictures one day, like let's say market partner recruiting, and you're just posting pictures with wording, try to get that out first thing in the morning while you're still in bed, like being in that lingering stage where you want to get up and not get up and you look at your phone. Try to do all those pictures out of the way right then and there so that way you can continue with your day, if that's what you're going to do in one day. If you're going to post a story, try to set at least 30 minutes. Usually if it's going to be a hair tutorial, so that way you can, post, edit. And if you've never done that, I suggest you start doing it. It's not hard. I was not tech savvy before. Before Monet, I have never done an IG live. I had never done a reel. I had never posted like really stories about myself. I would just post, just things that I'm interested in, but not actually showing my face. So I highly suggest and recommend that you start doing stories. Like try to focus one day for post, one day for an IG live, another day for stories, and another day for reel. That would be your Monday through Thursday. Friday through Sunday, usually there's flash sales. So you're constantly always busy. Sorry, my dog's barking. You're constantly busy with promoting the products for the flash sale. So that is what you're going to be focusing during the weekends. If you're able to meet your VIP goals during the weekends, focus on market recruiting during the week, like market partner recruiting. Reach out to those that might be interested. You also don't forget about your VIPs, because they will, at one point, I feel like they might get interested to upgrade. And I've had that happen to me already. I had one VIP that upgraded. So that is awesome. Are you one of them? I see someone waving. Awesome. Yay. So I'm don't forget about your current VIPs, because they will want to upgrade. Everyone falls in love with the products. And yes. So that would be for time management. Accountability. In order to stay consistent, I believe you should have some type of accountability. You can be accountable within yourself with having your planner and literally checking off what you have met the week of. So for myself, I'm not the nicest, the neatest writer, but I basically, say for this week, I don't know if you can see, I have my goals for the weekend. So I posted my 5 pillars video the first week of October. then I didn't write it on here, but last week I did an efficiency IG live based off of podcasts that I had talked about. My goal last week was to do a VIP, so I checked it off, and it was just one VIP that I wanted to do last week. This past weekend was to get 2. I only got 1, so I checked 1 off, but I added that second one for this week. And when I say get VIPs, I also mean by getting your current VIPs to place orders. So luckily today I was able to get a current VIP to place an order. So that I see it as like a half check, but I'm still trying to work on that one VIP so you can finish, well, for my personal goals, to get the Smart Start period. If you need market partners, again, focus during the week if you can. So that way, when it comes to flash sales, if they're interested in the business aspect, they can go ahead and get started with the flash sales. So accountability, you can check on yourself with your planner or your own organization. But if not, I like personally to check in with someone, preferably someone who has the same goal as you, or someone who has a higher goal, like the goal where you are trying to meet. So either someone who has, like myself, I want to be A and B, someone who has the same A and B goal as myself, or someone who is above me in MB or higher, because you want to be a sponge and soak in all that information from those that are ranked higher than you, so you can get to that level. Also, you should be helping out your team so they can go ahead and grow themselves. The more that you hold your team accountable, as in your personal market partners and your peers that are in the same level as you, the sooner that you'll be able to meet ranks together. And it's fun because you're like coach, it's like you're a coach. You're like telling them, hey, come on, how many VIPs do you have? Okay, well, you need this much to get there. You could do it. And you can also be that motivational partner for one another, because there are going to be weekends where you don't get anything, or there's going to be days where you're like frustrated because it might be an awesome flash sale, but yet no one of your followers are interested in it. So it just depends on that. So yeah, I would say just hold yourself accountable. My main 3 things is plan, have a plan, time management, and an accountability partner. So if your accountability partner, preferably if they're in your cohort of your team, because I know that we're all under sister crew, but we're also part of our own little teams. So if you can have someone from your team that you feel comfortable with, reach out to them and, hold each other accountable. I believe that is all that I have for being consistent myself. I also don't come up with excuses. Last thing, no excuses, because if you start setting out an excuse, you're never going to be able to get past it, and it's never good. Try to be positive always, and when the days that you're lacking, reach out to somebody, talk to them, and it will turn around. You will have better days. So the sooner that you get consistent, the sooner you will receive results. And that's basically how I stay consistent with being everything that I'm doing. Like my whole life.
What I got from that is being organized, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's
because
huge.
if you're not organized, you're going to be all over the place.
Right. And if you guys, and I don't normally do this, but if you guys aren't following her, I really do suggest you do, because I see her posting and I'm like, I got to make sure that I'm staying on top of my game, because I know literally, guys, at 6:00, she's going to go to school. She's going to school online. She studied right before this. She planned this meeting. She didn't get here just by hoping. She worked. She really worked. And so 5 pillars was a really important thing that she talked about, and I want to make sure everybody knows that. It's important for you to know the 5 things that you're posting, and I'll just say mine so you guys can get it. I post dinners. I've been slacking on it, but I'm about to post it tonight. And the only reason why this is a good example of it is the reason why I post is because almost every single time, just like Jeanette said, that I post a recipe, I always get people responding. And I really do like to cook, so it's an easy one for me to post. You guys know coffee, always Monate. I'm a hair and makeup artist, so I usually post something in between that. You do that consistently. So what you do is write 10 things down about yourself, and then mark off 2, and then mark off 2, and then mark off 1. And there will be 5 things that make you you, And if you can always be consistent in posting some of those 5 things, do that every week. If you want market partners, post about the business. If you want VIPs, post about the products. That's basically how it is. But you don't just post about the business and be like, it's so much fun to work. What is it? You know, what are you doing that's working? She was showing this weekend and I watched all her stories. I hope you know that, Jeanette. I did see the recipe and I did vote that you post the recipe. But she was at a party this weekend and I was laughing so hard because she's at a party. I saw her dancing and then she went over in the corner and she's like, you guys, the flash sale is still going on. If you want to be a part of it, the VIP fee is waived. And I was like, she's still working. She's showing that you can do this literally while you're at a party. She's showing what work is. She's talking about it. And so she is getting a lot on her page, a lot of response, and she is literally always consistent. Her stories are always full. So if you want, follow her to take her whatever ideas when she posts and mimic them, or just to get inspiration. It is for me, because I will be like, I'm just going to post a graphic and then I'll go on and see Ruth and Liz talk about the Insta stories about the flash sale, which I always say to do. And I'm like, dang it. All right, I have to go talk about the actual flash sale. So stuff like that. Always make sure that you're talking about, there's no monthly quota, because that's rare, you guys. That's very, very rare. I don't know a lot of MLM companies that have that. And then for VIPs, stuff like saying you don't have to purchase every single month. All the things that people will think, you're going to sign them up and it's going to be like, oh, I didn't know about this. You're taking the ease off of that. So she does do lives too, guys. I'm impressed. I did watch the one where she went over the podcast and I was like, girl, you're in your car and you're still doing a live. You're on your way and you're still making sure you made time for it. It's very motivating that she doesn't have a lot of time, but in the time she has, she makes time, and it's clearly paying off. And that's the reason why I wanted her to do this, because she basically just said, plan it out, guys. And you don't have to plan out your whole month. That's overwhelming for me. Maybe I don't know if Jeanette could do that, but I cannot. I literally do have to do week by week, because things change, schedules change, people come into your life. So just week by week, plan on your 5 pillars. Like for instance, Leslie, do you do personal training, or is it just one of your, because I know you're up at the butt crack of dawn.
No, so I do athletic training. So I actually work for Delta Airlines, and the reason why, so they're a 24-hour operation, and so at 3:30 in the morning I'm doing temperature checks for them, and then from there my actual training stuff starts at 7 a.m. So that's mainly like injury prevention. So we're there for them to prevent injuries, but also there in case someone does get injured. But with that comes health, comes fitness, comes all that. And on myself, I do enjoy working out. I used to work out with Jeanette and Liz in the mornings, and we used to all hold each other accountable. So yeah, but we also used to, send each other some motivation, things like that, force each other out of bed, because some mornings we didn't want to, Jeanette.
Well, see, the reason why I brought that up is because I watched her stories, and so she talked about health. There was a football game, and we were both Dallas football fans, and Dak Prescott, basically his foot almost came off. That's what it looked like. And so she talked about it like, this is an injury and I feel so bad for him, going, it's just interest is a part. She knows a little bit of what she's doing, but she's also going on for that. And people are listening. Of course, we always say this, don't just post Monate, post about yourself, show up. And I'm not saying this to be mean whatsoever, but if anybody follows Christina Smallwood, you know that when she first posts in the morning, she's not all done. She's basically wakes up out of bed. We don't even know if she brushes her teeth, and she starts getting on camera. But because of that, people are like, okay, you're being real, you're being you. It doesn't mean you have to show up and, look haggard. It just means she's not making the excuse, which I used to do, that if you're not all done up, you can't show up. So don't let that not be a reason why you showed up. I've seen Liz, and Liz, I'm not picking on you, I promise, where I know she has a morning voice because she just woke up from her nap and she's going to do a quick story. And she's like, you guys, she's there because her schedule is ridiculous, but she still shows up. She's not like, let me get dressed and ready for work and then I'll get on my stories. She's still doing it. And that's why you girls don't know how much you motivate me. Chrissy, is there anything, or Ruth, that you guys want to add? Jeanette, thank you so much.
I do. Yeah, So good, ladies. Jeanette, I love that. I just wanted to add to kind of what Melody said with market partners and stuff. This is the month for onboarding market partners. This is the month you want to be recruiting because we're prepping for the whole rest of the year. This is going to set you up for November, December. We're going to have a ton of really good sales. So this is the time to be saying, you guys, you want to be adding some money to your pocketbooks, you know, to prepare for Christmas. It's a perfect time to onboard them, and there's a good chance that it's going to be hard to get people to onboard on this business through the holidays. Nobody's going to want to start a job next month or the next month. They're going to be thinking about Thanksgiving. They're going to be thinking about Christmas. So we want to get them on now. No statistics on top of what Melody said. We literally have the best market partner program. We have the best VIP program, you guys. We are so set apart by not having to ship out our own products. First of all, there's no overhead, there's no fees except for that one yearly fee. We don't have to buy our own product in order to make money. Like, those are things you need to be talking about, but also brag about the statistics, which is we are a $1 billion company in 5 years. Apple didn't even do that, and Apple is the very first $1 trillion company in the whole US, and they're the very first $2 trillion company. That's huge. When you compare us to Apple's timeline, those are the things you need to be talking about, and you need to be talking about them more than once. And realize that when you are talking about something on your stories, the same people aren't watching your stories every single day. So make sure you're talking about it more than once. Maybe talk about it once a week. You know, you may be annoying yourself, but you're talking to people that haven't heard it for the first time. So make sure you're saying it more than once. There was one more thing. I don't know. There's a lot of statistics. If you guys want to go on to Team Impact and you want to watch the 3-way call video by Maddie, if you don't know how to search it, I can tell you how to search it. But she puts a lot of really good statistics on there that I use, and you could take notes from that specific video. But there's so many really, really good things. The amount of VIPs we've onboarded, how much we sell every month, the fact that we sell over $1 million a month, right, Mel? We sell over $1 million to our VIPs a month, and we still have less than 1% return rate. Still, that is incredible. And we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So people are keeping our products for 30 days and not returning it. That means our products worked. So these are the things you want to be sharing. Share about the opportunity mostly this month, because you are going to want to set yourself up for the rest of the year. If you've got big goals, start planning, just like Jeanette said. That's
I think the last thing I just wanted to say was, first of all, like, thank you, Liz, Jeanette, Melody, for like setting this up. Because I have had family over from Arizona and like working and doing all these crazy things. And literally when I got that message on my Voxer of like, oh, team training Tuesday with Jeanette, I was like, are you guys kidding me? Like, this is the best feeling, like, inside. Like, I don't know how to show that and portray that to you guys, but it means the world. And I just wanted to say, like, I see a lot of my new girls on here. I see Nat on here, which she hasn't even gotten onboarded yet, and she's already on this call. I think my other Stephanie is on this call too, and she hasn't even been onboarded. And like, I just think that if you can sit here and look at what we're doing and say, oh, I wish I could be as successful, or I wish I could be the one training, or, oh, I see myself doing that. But no one is gonna let you or allow you to do that or get those dreams if it's not yourself. And if you don't just say, you know what, I'm getting up and I'm doing it, and who cares if you just got out of work early, and like, it does not matter. So just, I don't know, just, this is super motivating to me. And I just want to say thank you, girls, for showing up for everybody, like everybody on this team. Like, it's just amazing to see Christina do a tutorial on like French braiding her hair while she's carrying her newborn. Like, that's insane. And so just thank you, girls, for just rocking it and being so amazing.
I saw that tutorial and I watched the whole dang thing because I was like, this is the cutest thing that she has her baby right here and she's just braiding her braids and putting her oil in her hair and braiding. I was like, she's the coolest person. You can do your hair even when you have an infant. It's possible. So that was amazing. Thank you for sharing. I don't know why you got me all teary-eyed. I am so beyond proud of your team. Thank you guys. I'm just warning you. Chrissy and I are going to be asking more people to do trainings. We are watching your stories. We all are seeing you stepping up. I am beyond proud of you guys. I want to learn from you and see your strengths and then ask you, just like I did with Jeanette, and be like, okay, she kicks ass. Let's explain how we kick ass, okay? So thank you, Jeanette, for sharing. I took so many notes. I'm learning from you. You are the best, and I can't wait for the next one.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ladies. You're all amazing.
Yes. Bye, ladies.
Bye. Talk to you soon.